Yep. We'll do third gear. If I say lift, lift.
No problem.
And go for it. What is going on, guys? We are back with Brad's 04 Mustang GT, the Boss 302 swap with the ESS Supercharger. Got about 500 miles on it, and now it's time to make some changes to it. Hopefully we can figure out the hot start problem. And will it start? What the hell? Pop the trunk. Oh, we thought we had it figured out. You know?
I don't get it.
Try it now. What the heck? The battery's not dead. One guy commented that we need some thicker wire running from the battery to the starter. His theory was that we're losing amperage when it gets hot, and it's basically pulling that away from everything else that needs to be running when it's starting. Brad got some big wire.
Big wire.
What do you know what that is, to be exact?
2/0 welding wire.
It's big. So the basic problem is it always starts everything perfect when it's cold or it's been sitting for a little bit, but Brad took it to the grocery store, went in quick, grabbed some stuff, came back out, wouldn't start for about 20 minutes. It will always push start. If you put a jump pack on it, it'll usually start because you're kind of applying another power source there. So we're gonna try running this through the car, and we had a theory of this before. We ran another wire from the battery to the PCM control pack, and it seemed to remedy it a little bit, but hopefully this fixes it. We also have to do a oil change because this engine we rebuilt, it's brand new, 0 miles, everything. So we're gonna do a break-in oil change. So got 500 miles on the oil, 500 miles on the clutch, and we're just gonna take a look over everything, hopefully fix this issue, and then maybe we'll make some wide open throttle rips and do a little tuning with Rob the Tune Maker Shoemaker. I'm looking forward to it. Yep. We'll probably get a little bit more miles in the clutch before we go and dyno it maybe next week. But we'll do some casual pulls, nothing too crazy today. Try not to split the 3650 in multiple pieces.
It's been so tempting to just push this car. I can feel just doing the little driving that I've done a major difference in power from the 2-valve that was in there, and that's not even pushing this. I haven't taken the car above 5,000 RPMs since putting this in.
Well, if you break a 3650, you'll have to play 3650 roulette, because we do have some good 3650s, but those are kind of expensive. And then we have a few cores that came out of cars that didn't run, so we keep them there as unknowns. So
yeah, I'm not gonna put the polished one in.
Oh yeah, the polished one. Shout out to Michelle, she did a great job polishing that one. Told her to clean it, but she polished it.
She cleaned it. maybe a little too well, but
that one is good.
That one's good. That was freshly rebuilt before we got the car. So
yeah, if you guys want to pick that one up, it came out of a twin turbo car that never even ran. It was 0 miles, so yeah, that one's available.
That'll be a good one. But hopefully I don't have to play 3650 roulette. Hopefully this lives. We'll keep it kind of mild-mannered until I can get a Magnum.
First, oil filter removal.
Apparently I put it on tight.
Well, it looks pretty new. Usually you'll see a little bit of
some metal.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. But not always. Hold on before you poured it out. It looks really clean. Alright, let's see what the oil looks like.
Sorry. Hey, not moving. No major metal. It looks good.
Yep.
That would have been my biggest concern, would be this just coated, and it looks really clear and clean.
Yeah, I don't really see anything. Looks pretty new.
Kind of looks like E85 oil.
No, not quite that light. But we did have assembly lube in there. That's why you kind of just get it changed out, flushed out. 500 miles. We'll put 5W50 in it and good to go. Okay, so oil is in. Oil is changed. Looking pretty good. Brad got the nice thick boy wire ran through.
So this is what we had. That's what we put in.
Yeah, so the theory currently is that this is getting hot, and I'm no electrician or electrical engineer, but it's losing amperage with the heat, and the starter pulls a lot of amperage, and that's basically draining the whole system down. We can see that. We'll see when it's hotter. The voltage will drop to 10 or even 9 volts on crank, and that's what happens when it doesn't start. So the working theory, this big thick wire should be able to hold the amperage that we need while starting, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm confident.
He's confident. So currently this big thick wire is running directly to the starter. There is a wire that runs directly to the control pack.
That's the blue guy there.
Blue, and then there is a wire that runs from control pack to your body harness fuse box.
Yes.
So one thing that I think I've talked about it many times, but we do use the factory PCM, the factory fuse box, body harness, and CCRM in conjunction with the Coyote. That's the easiest way to make your AC and your basically everything in the entire car work with the Coyote based engine and not have any sort of major, issues there. These vehicles with these Coyotes, they drive like factory. The AC works, the heat works, your gauges work. It's just, that is kind of key to making everything work. As you can see, factory fuse box right there, and we feed that with that. We also have electric power steering. We got that fed off of there as well. And that has a 4-pin relay activated on key on. All right, so Brad got a pretty cool little mount here. I've never seen this before.
The last time I tore apart my car, the cell phones kind of become a key thing to have. You don't really have GPSs anymore other than on the phones. So I was looking for something to mount it. I actually came across this. Chad Perkins, sorry, couldn't remember your last name, from Modern Rides Design has created this bracket here. So you just bolt it right here where your AC panel is, comes up, and then it's got this 3D printed ball. And you can use your N gauge or your SCT mount, whatever you want to call it.
Or a phone mount.
Phone mounts work as well. So you just put that through there and you'll connect it on and just tighten it up, and then you can mount it. So we got it kind of torn apart right now, so we'll just finish mounting everything and then get the SCT up on there so I can watch all of my stuff. This is by far probably one of the coolest mounts that I have come across. It's simplistic, it's easy, it has a wide variety. I have a phone mount that will put right onto that ball as well, and you can just put it together. He just came out with the new black one here.
Oh wow, it fits right by it too.
Yeah.
Will it stop your radio bezel from rattling though?
I don't think so, because it's got a crack up here, but so far everything's going into place.
That's pretty cool.
Kristen actually, she had stuffed a receipt in there, and that kind of stopped it, so we'll see now that I've taken it all apart.
Need to get you one of those next car that comes in.
Right.
I think there's a red fire car coming in.
That's what I heard. We'll have to see. Alright, so there's our mount. Nice and tight. And then we can take our SCT.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And just mount it just like that. I mean, it's out of the way of things. It doesn't sit in your air vent, block your airflow. You can get to everything. Price point on this, I think he's selling it for $25 on Facebook.
That's pretty cheap.
It is on point. If you don't have one of these in your car and you got sticky suction cups all over the place, you're doing it wrong. This is what you need.
Yeah, it's
right
pretty
there.
clean. We'll go test it out here in a sec too.
Yeah. So, you can find him on Facebook. He's got
QR code.
QR code right there.
Bam. Cool.
That's Chad Perkins. He's on basically all of the Facebook posts, so won't be hard to find him. We'll put a link down the bottom. She's close.
Doesn't it usually start by now? It's cranking very fast.
It's cranking very fast. A lot faster than it did this morning. There she is.
That was weird.
It might have been because everything was unplugged. I don't know.
Well, you're probably priming the fuel system too. We'll have to test that, especially the hot.
Yeah.
You can turn it off and turn it back on. See what it does. Okay. Alright.
Alright, so
We'll have to test it.
take it for a drive and see what she does.
Yep. Alright, we got a log going with HP tuners. I think it's time to test out some wide open throttle. Got the SCT mounted there, but we're gonna log with HP. And yeah, see what happens. So how many miles you got on the Vengeance?
I had 512 when I got here this morning.
So we're not gonna do any hard shifts, but we should be good to go ahead and lay into it. I still like to once you start going full throttle with them, I still like to, break them in to about, I don't know, 1,000 miles before you go full send like I do.
Yeah, we were talking to Parker this morning about it, and he thought we were taking it to the dyno today, and that's next week.
Yeah, the dyno will put a hard load on a fresh clutch, but yeah, let's go see what happens. I'm gonna watch, make sure air fuel stays good, and yeah, make sure everything's all good. We'll see what Brad thinks of first time going wide open throttle in this thing.
I'm excited. Very, very excited. I'm also nervous because if it's anything like the Cobra, I really haven't had anything like that. So,
well, we'll do
interesting.
We'll do third gear rips. It should hopefully hook on these tires. Hopefully. It does have 410s though. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds really good driving.
It does. It doesn't have the drone. It's not super loud or obnoxious. It's exactly what I wanted it to be.
Yep. We'll do third gear. If I say lift, lift.
No problem.
And go for it. Yeah, it's a little rich.
Yeah. I went to like 110.
Yep.
And I think Rob's got it rev limited. Stopped at like 75.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like it was a hair rich.
It pulled hard.
So we'll send this off, take a look at it. Okay, so we just got back from Mexico. Tune looks, it's a little rich and there's no timing in it, so we'll have Rob send over some changes. But let's test it. Turn it off, turn it back on.
That's a win. I'll
Test again. Yeah, that's hot. I mean, that's gonna be the hottest it's been.
Yeah. I'll take that as a win. I like that.
All right, well, that's some good progress. Hopefully, that's all that is. I mean,
Yeah, hopefully. I mean,
we knew if we brought it in here hot, idling or whatever, turned it off, turned it back on, it wouldn't start.
yeah, before, I went to the grocery store and I didn't even think about it. I was like, you know, we'll be in, we'll take a little bit of time, we'll come out, it should start. It didn't start. This, we're, what, at least 205 in temp, and it started first try, so that's a win.
That's a good sign.
I'm happy with it.
Alright guys, so that's going to wrap it up on Brad's car for today. Seems like we got the hot start issue fixed with that thicker gauge wire. We got one wide open throttle pull. It's a hair on the rich side, and there's really no timing in it. So we will come back with some more wide open throttle tuning. We're going to get dialed in on the street, then we'll get on a dyno. Rob is headed to the TRC event, which is this weekend. I'm headed to Indy this weekend for tuning school classes and might make my way over to PRI. So make sure you hit the like button down below. If you want to see more with Brad's car, I'm sure you guys want to see some sound clips, let me know down there in the comment section, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.